You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
Before you finalize your application strategy for Korea, one of the country's most sought-after employers just changed its rules. SK Hynix dropped its 4-year degree requirement on June 17th. Application window closes June 23rd. At the same time, Korea's youth unemployment rate jumped to 7.2% in May, the first monthly job decline in 17 months. The gap between where jobs are disappearing and where they're opening is the story. It's Thursday, June 18th. Let's look at what this means for job seekers and graduates in Korea. SK Hynix and the broader youth employment picture are pulling in opposite directions this week. Which one should job seekers focus on? Both matter, but they're about different sectors. The macro data reflects losses in manufacturing, construction, and agriculture. The SK Hynix move is about tech, chip design, and the AI infrastructure sector, which is actively expanding. The signal for anyone targeting Korea's tech sector is specific and actionable. Here's what the numbers show. Youth employment rate fell to 43.8% in May, down from 46.2%. Youth unemployment reached 7.2%, driven by a 140,000-person decline in manufacturing, a 43,000-person decline in construction, and a 121,000-person decline in agriculture and fisheries. That's a significant deterioration. Where is the government responding? The government's Youth New Deal program targets 100,000 unemployed youth with packaged vocational training and work experience, with priority scale-up for high-demand programs. An industrial transition employment plan covering AI and green economy workforce shifts is expected to be announced shortly. SK Hynix removed the mandatory 4-year degree requirement for new hires on June 17th, opening design, device engineering, R&D, and IT roles, with a 3-digit recruitment target in design and an application deadline of June 23rd. And the compensation numbers are part of the story here. SK Hynix's performance bonus paid in early 2026 reached 2,964% of base salary, for an employee earning 100 million won, approximately $71,000. That translated to an additional 105 million won, roughly $75,000. Consensus operating profit estimates for the company reached 269 trillion won this year, approximately $193 billion, with 2027 projected at 395 trillion won, roughly $282 billion. If realized, next year's bonus is estimated at around 600 million won. That's an extraordinary incentive structure. The company is widening its talent pool at a supercycle peak and replacing credential screening with deep dive interviews assessing what Chairman Chey Tae-won calls the 3 core capabilities: the ability to question independently, adapt to technical change, and collaborate across functions. Separately, Korean startup employers are now past the phase of building AI literacy internally. Travel startup My Real Trip disbanded its dedicated AI lab after 2 years, saying internal AI fluency has reached sufficient levels. The new demand is AI commercialization, engineers who can translate AI capability into customer-facing revenue. That shift changes what skills are actually worth showcasing in an interview. Employers now want demonstrated outcomes, not familiarity with tools, but evidence of using AI to drive measurable business or technical results. One HR survey found 78.1% of Korean companies still have no AI usage guidelines, meaning early movers with structured AI portfolios have a real differentiation advantage. One forward-looking item for anyone in engineering or energy: the government confirmed 2 new large nuclear plant sites and a small modular reactor location at Gijong in Busan. The industry requires at least 1 plant under construction at all times through 2038, creating a sustained technical hiring pipeline in nuclear engineering and power systems. So what does this mean for job seekers and graduates in Korea? The SK Hynix credential removal is the single most actionable item for anyone targeting Korea's technology sector this week. The application window closes June 23rd, and the roles being filled are in chip design, R&D, and engineering, not back-office functions. Earlier, we flagged youth unemployment at 7.2%. That number reflects the old economy sectors, not the AI and semiconductor pipeline where demand is actively running ahead of supply. For graduates planning a Korea-based career, the employer signal from both SK Hynix and the startup sector is consistent: problem-solving ability, and demonstrated AI outcomes now outrank the institution on a diploma. That's today's AI Prism, Careers Edition. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a AGI-era award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.